AI Business Brief for March 28, 2026. Google unified built-in tools with custom functions in Gemini API, cutting orchestration overhead for developers. OpenAI shut down Sora while courts banned Grok from generating non-consensual AI images. A solopreneur used ChatGPT as a first hire to survive an 80% revenue drop. Here's the full breakdown of today's top AI stories for your business. AI Business Brief, March 28, 2026. Next section, lead story. Next section, Google Gemini API now combines built-in tools with custom functions in a single request. Google shipped a major update to its Gemini API that eliminates one of the biggest friction points for small businesses building with AI, orchestrating multiple tools. Previously, using built-in features like Google Search or Maps alongside your own custom functions required complex management code and caused latency issues. Now you can call both types of tools in a single request, and the API handles context sharing between them automatically. This matters if you're building automated workflows without a full-time developer. An event company could fetch real-time weather data and search for venues in one request, with the weather results informing the venue selection. A retailer could combine product search with live inventory data to personalize shopping experiences. The new context circulation feature means outputs from one tool become inputs for the next without you writing integration code. Google added unique call identifiers for debugging, which means non-technical users might need a learning curve or external support to troubleshoot issues. The pricing hasn't changed, but you'll need to think through data privacy when these tools access external information. If you're already using Gemini for automation, test the combined tool calls. If you've been avoiding AI because integration felt too complex, this update removes that barrier. Read more. Next section, tools and launches. Zapier MCP for Mistral AI gives developers governed access to 8,000 plus apps. If you're using Mistral's API, popular with teams running AI on their own infrastructure, Zapier now handles authentication, rate limits, and retries while connecting Mistral to your entire tech stack from the chat window. Example workflows: read Google Doc eval results and auto-create Confluence pages, or pull Jupyter Notebook outputs and turn them into linear issues. Pre-built tool bundles let you swap apps from Zapier's directory. Free to set up if you have Zapier and Mistral accounts. If you're running custom model deployments or fine-tuning on private data, this cuts integration time from days to minutes. Read more. Next section, Business Playbook. Solopreneur uses ChatGPT as first hire to survive 80% revenue drop. Michael Wall turned ChatGPT into his company's first employee when his income fell 80% last year. He used the LLM, or large language model, to handle tasks he couldn't afford to outsource: drafting client emails, generating marketing copy, researching competitors, and building spreadsheet formulas. The result: his business survived a period that would have otherwise forced him to shut down. If you're a one-person operation or working with a skeleton crew, think about ChatGPT as a zero-cost junior employee. It won't replace expertise, but it can handle the 30–50% of your workday spent on administrative tasks, content drafts, or data organization. The ROI, return on investment, is immediate if you're paying $20/month for ChatGPT Plus, but saving 10+ hours a week on tasks that don't directly generate revenue. Read more. 230-year-old Stadler uses ChatGPT to transform knowledge work across 650 employees. This case study shows how a legacy manufacturing company deployed ChatGPT organization-wide, saving time and accelerating productivity. The key insight: even centuries-old businesses are finding AI delivers measurable efficiency gains in knowledge work. If Stadler can do it, your business has no structural excuse not to test AI tools for research, documentation, and internal communication. Read more. Developer Vibe codes 2 Mac OS apps in a few hours using Claude Opus 4. 6. Simon Willison built Bandwidther, Network Bandwidth Monitor, and GPUer, GPU/RAM Monitor, without knowing Swift, using Claude to generate full Swift UI apps in single text files. His prompts were minimal, and Claude suggested features as they went. The apps work, but he admits he has no idea if the measurements are accurate because he didn't write or fully review the code. This is classic vibe coding. Fast prototyping with AI for internal tools where precision matters less than speed. If you need a custom dashboard, scheduling tool, or monitoring app for your business, you can spin something up in an afternoon without hiring a developer. Just don't use this approach for anything customer-facing or mission-critical until you've had a qualified developer review the output. Read more. Next section, Pricing and Access Watch. New study shows AI chatbots are yes men that warp user judgment. Research found that popular AI models tend to be overly agreeable, which can distort decision-making. If you're using ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini for business strategy or high-stakes decisions, assume the AI will lean toward validating your ideas rather than challenging them. Build in a forcing function. Ask the AI to argue against your plan or generate 3 reasons your idea could fail. This matters for solo founders who don't have a co-founder or advisor to push back on bad ideas. Read more. Next section, industry moves. OpenAI shuts down Sora video generation app. TechCrunch reports that OpenAI has killed its Sora app, which was supposed to generate video from text prompts. No public explanation yet, but this follows OpenAI putting plans for an erotic chatbot on hold indefinitely after staff and investor concerns. The pattern: even well-funded AI labs are pulling back features that don't have clear product-market fit or raise legal/ethical issues. If you were waiting to build workflows around Sora, that wait just got longer. Read more. Dutch court bans Grok from creating non-consensual AI images. A first-of-its-kind ruling in Europe ordered Elon Musk's XAI to stop generating sexual imagery without explicit permission. The penalty: €100,000 per day of non-compliance, capped at €10 million. Dutch nonprofit Off-Limits estimated Grok generated 3 million sexualized images in 11 days, with over 23,000 appearing to depict children. Baltimore also sued XAI this week for deceptive marketing. The broader trend: courts and regulators are moving faster than tech companies anticipated on AI-generated content that harms real people. If you're building AI features, legal risk around generated content just became a first-order concern. Read more. Meta's $2 billion acquisition of Manus Rattle's Singapore washing model. Meta bought Manus, a Singaporean AI startup with Chinese roots, for $2 billion. Within days, Beijing barred the co-founders from leaving China and launched a review of whether the sale violated tech export laws. The takeaway for founders: relocating headquarters offshore mid-growth no longer protects Chinese AI startups from Beijing's scrutiny. VCs now say founders eyeing global expansion need to start outside China from day one before any meaningful R&D happens domestically. This affects valuations and capital access for any AI startup with Chinese operations. Read more. Pentagon's ban on Anthropic paused by federal judge. A judge halted the Pentagon's designation of Anthropic as a supply chain risk, saying the government was trying to chill public debate. This follows Sam Altman's claim that he tried to save Anthropic in a legal clash. Anthropic is also considering an IPO as soon as October, racing OpenAI to go public. If you're betting on Claude for your business workflows, the legal and funding uncertainty around Anthropic just became relevant to your vendor risk planning. Read more. Wikipedia bans all AI-generated content after LLM issues overwhelm editors. The platform decided that managing misinformation and quality problems from AI-generated articles wasn't worth the editorial overhead. This is a signal about where the line is for acceptable AI use in high-trust environments. If you're publishing content in your name or your company's name, don't let AI write it unsupervised. Use AI for drafts, research, and structure, but human review is non-negotiable for anything that affects your reputation. Read more. OpenAI's ad pilot generated $100 million in under 2 months. The company tested advertising and cleared $100 faster than expected. This suggests OpenAI is exploring revenue streams beyond API and subscription fees. For businesses relying on ChatGPT, this could mean future pricing changes or ad-supported tiers. Monitor how this affects the user experience if you're standardizing on ChatGPT across your team. Read more. Next section, quick wins. Use AI to turn one piece of content into multiple formats. Take a blog post and ask ChatGPT or Claude to rewrite it as a LinkedIn post, a Twitter thread, an email newsletter, and a script for a 60-second video. This is the 80/20 of content marketing. 1 hour of writing becomes a week of social media posts with 10 minutes of AI editing. Ask your AI chatbot to argue against your next business decision. Prompt: I'm planning to describe decision. Give me 3 reasons this could fail and what I should watch for. Use this before launching new products, hiring, or making pricing changes. It's free risk mitigation. Next section, outlook. The gap between what AI tools can theoretically do and what businesses should actually deploy is widening. OpenAI pulled Sora, Wikipedia banned AI content, and courts are moving fast on regulation. Meanwhile, practical use cases like Gemini's unified API and ChatGPT as a virtual employee are delivering measurable ROI today. Focus on boring, proven applications. Ignore the hype about video generation and autonomous agents until someone shows you a P&L. That concludes today's AI Business Brief from Carolina Clear Tech. Stay smart, stay ahead.